In this video, I'm gonna share with you how you need to wrap up every single sales call that you make as a final expense telesales agent here in 2025. If we haven't met, my name is Johnny Nitafan. I'm a life insurance agent just like you, and I have an agency that's growing, doing 5 to 10 sales on average per day. So what I want to share with you in this video is how you need to wrap up the call and what I like to call the 2 promise close and how you actually implement this into your business. All right, so the 2 promise closes after you get the green light, after you get the approval, after the insurance carrier says, hey, you're good to go. We are going to insure this client. This is what you say, right? So, hey, Miss Betty, I've made you a lot of promises today. Wouldn't you agree? I've promised you, and this is where you start stacking all the value. You want to make the laundry, like a huge list of what you've promised. I've promised you the rate's never gonna change. The coverage will always be the same. That actually will double if you die of an accident. It builds cash value every single year. So if you're ever in a tight spot later down the line, you will have access to these funds. I've promised you that I'm gonna be your agent for life. This is a permanent whole life insurance plan. I've promised you that when that time does come, I'm going to do my very best when that time does come to make sure that this is delivered to your family. I promise you that this will pay out immediately when that time does come. I promise you a lot of different things. I just need you to make me 2 promises, okay? Now, number 1 is if this ever becomes unaffordable due to a life event, and I'm talking 5, 25, even 10 years down the line, I need you to call me, okay? The worst thing you can do is just up and cancel this policy. And the reason why I say that is because later down the line, it does build cash value and equity is built up in the policy. And that would just be crazy to just leave that and throw that into the trash, right? And just kind of laugh it off a little bit. So that's number 1, and make them say, yes, Johnny, 100%, I will do that. Now, number 2 is there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of life insurance agents out there soliciting business, right? And that's completely fine. But if there's anything in the future that looks more appealing or somebody says, hey, I can save you $2 extra, I just need you to pick up the phone and call me. The worst thing you can do is just up and kind of cancel and go with somebody else when you have day 1 coverage. And I was able to shop around and actually get you some of the best coverages here in Arizona, right? I've had clients, right? And this is where facts tell, stories sell. This is where you start saying, I have had a client in the past that they had day 1 coverage, and then all of a sudden they called me up, and I got a notice that their policy lapsed, and they actually went and got flipped into a 2-year waiting period. And so everybody says they have the best thing since sliced bread, but if there's ever anything that looks better, sounds better, before you do anything, right? Entertain the conversation if you want, but if there's anything that sounds more appealing than what you have currently, pick up the phone and call me. If it's actually better for you, I'll write the policy for you, right? Because I have access to pretty much all the A-rated insurance carriers here in Arizona, right? So if there's anything in the future, if you see any Facebook ads or just ads in general, just give me a call if you're curious, and I'll be happy to help you, right? But at the end of the day, I'm going to be your agent for life, Miss Betty. Okay, and they'll say yes. And the last thing, I'm gonna get you off I'm gonna put you on the do not call list and be able to help you and your family out. Eliminate like 70% of those calls. So this is the 2 promise close, right? This is so important to make sure that you, like how I like to look at it is you value stack and value stack and value stack and value stack. And even if it's even if it's a tiny thing, reiterate that, right? Because you want to set expectations, you want to meet expectations. This is how you keep the policy longer, right? This is how you make sure that when that time does come, they actually have something in place. This is how you make sure that you're keeping your policies on the books long term. This is how you actually have a client for life that you're going to get renewals on, that you're going to get paid on, right? This is going to be a client that you are going to have forever and ever. And when they see something, when they miss a payment, when they change bank accounts, they're gonna call you up and help and tell you, right? And say, hey, I need to change my banking information. So I hope this was helpful for you. Drop in the comments down below. I know this was quick, but valuable as well. So drop in the comments down below what you take away, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.